Yo guys, let's change a 3-piece drive shaft on a Cadillac SRX. I'll try to put a link in description for purchasing this. Local parts store with my commercial discount was over 800 bucks. You can get them on Rock Auto for cheaper, like 600 bucks. Let's start off with right here. Here's the underneath of your vehicle. Going to the rear, we have 6 bolts right here to take off. That is going to be a T40 Torx bit. I've blasted it with peanut butter blaster. The threads come out the back. Sometimes they get pretty rusty, but this one's looking pretty clean. I'm not too worried about this job. This is something anybody can take on, as long as you got some jacks and jack stands, T40 socket, and a 15 millimeter. You'll be good to go. I got an assortment of wobble extenders next to me just to make my job easier. It allows the socket to wobble to get into the tighter spots. Let's see if she'll just zip off. And that's what I was expecting, because these were pretty clean. Now if yours is super rusty, you're probably going to want to go with hand tools and maybe put that Torx bit in there and smack it with a hammer a few times to get it in there tight, and the vibrations will help start loosening the bolts. You can also maybe get a little wire brush in the back, clean off the back of the threads, let it soak and penetrate longer. You're gonna have these little plates. You wear that. Now if you put it in neutral, it's gonna make your life easier, and I think I'm gonna do that. Because I don't wanna have to put a combination of wobble sockets to get up in there, or universals. I'm gonna go ahead, jump in, put it in neutral. Now we should be able to turn this drive shaft, make our life easier. It is not that easy to turn, but if you're having trouble, you can grab a screwdriver, put it right in here. Let me just show you. Snow literally just fell down the back of my boot. Like, come on, my socks wet. Here we go, we got this little spot in the U-joint right here. Hook her in there, give her a little spin, just like that. Lots easier. Can we just turn the wheel on this one? No. Make sure you're all the way in that Torx so you don't strip it out. That's never fun. There's a little bit of Loctite on these. It's green flavored Loctite. I'm sure they probably recommend that you put some Loctite on these bolts on reinstall, just to let you know. There's going to be a Torx spec too, but we're just going to send them home because it's fine. If you're trying to work past that Loctite, you got an impact. Just hold on to that little tab for the second one every time. Hold it back. One more spinaroo here. Let's grab a hammer now. This sits in there, so it might not come out easily. Has some good vibrations to start. One more spray. Well, hammer's here. And you don't want to hurt this dampener right here, by the way. You want it to just kind of come out of there. Now, if you look on our midshaft bearings, right there, there's our back. Here's one. You got two 15 millimeter bolts there and two 15 millimeter bolts there, and it simply slides into the transfer case there. Let's zip those out This guy's pretty rusty. It fits down into that yoke, so it might give us trouble. Look where they put the module and all those wiring harnesses. Like, GM needs to stop doing that. Like, the suspension control module gets all rotted up here in states where they salt the road. Not a good idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip those 4 15 millimeters out of the 2 mid-shaft bearings. And they put this big old plastic piece in the way right here. So that's pretty nice of them. Like, thanks, buddy. But we have 1, 2, 3, looks like 3 10 millimeter bolts that holds this canister right there. Maybe we could just zip that out and get to it. Otherwise, we might be able to fit a ratcheting wrench there. Just zipping this rear midshaft bearing out right here. Yeah, that bushing is getting tore up from the floor up, worn out. We got a pretty good hang down right here. There it goes. Beautiful. And the bearings fell out. That wasn't quite what we were looking for. We want that big old piece to get out of there. No worries though. We'll figure it out. Hey guys, I got that piece to break free. It really wasn't that terribly hard. Right there, you can see it's starting to come out. All I did was take my short screwdriver. Where's my short red screwdriver? Right there. Boom, along with my hammer. And with this piece off, you know, you got less outward resistance. Got right in this little lip right here. See that little lip? And just kept on smacking and beating around it. If it would have took me longer, I might have busted out the air chisel to go brr, 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 brr. Worst case scenario, you don't want to put a torch on this. We got rubber dampener right there. Worst case scenario, I would have cut a groove in it to get a really good bite with air chisel. Vibrations, more penetrant, vibrations, more penetrant. That's the way to do it. If you're really rusty up in there, take a little wire wheel to everything. Now, we have this one bolt to get off right here. You can see you can fit a ratcheting wrench in there, or you can take these 10 millimeter bolts down, boom, 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 that's holding the evap can on right here. That'll drop it down. You don't have to disconnect all this. There is some play. They're all plastic lines. They will play. Zip that down. Then we come over to the transfer case right here. Only thing that's holding this in is splines. Take your hammer, your chisel, whatever, hammer, hammer, hammer. It'll pop out just like that one did when it came apart. Tap, 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 tap. And then we got our new shaft right here. You can see that it's a spline shaft with a C-clip, just like a CV axle right there. That's what keeps it in. But the hammer blows here and here, pop, 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 it'll tap out if you're having trouble. They also make CV axle popper tools right here. Something like that will help you pry. Just be careful on your transfer case. And we'll put a little bit of lube on these splines and go ahead and get this back up in the air. You can see you got 2 cutouts, so you can put your bolts in loose. Slide that first midshaft bearing in if you're working by yourself. And then hold that up, start those 2 bolts, put that into place, put the splines into the transfer case. Let's go. Here we go, we're down to the nitty gritty. So let me see, here we go. We start from the front, shove your shaft in, give it some forceful, extremely awkward by yourself holding this and do that, but it'll pop all the way in. Make sure it's seated all the way in. Yes, 10 millimeter nuts, going from that, hangs down like I said. You got 2 little slides right here. So start these bolts just that far, line up your front shaft, and then it forward. Make sure it's seated. Now that's just barely hanging. See that? Barely hanging. It's not all the way up in there yet. A little cockeyed. Make sure those are straight. See, that's sitting good. Got to twist a little. You can still move it around. These bolts just barely started. Don't start these yet. So you got your shaft in, you got it hanging from there. This is flopped down. Pop this guy in, and then start these two bolts. Because if you start these two, this will hit. See, it sits indented. So with this angled like a V, it'll fit in, and then you raise the V up. Get it? Good. Next step, start all your bolts with your plates. Go around it like you would lug nuts. Crisscross applesauce. And like I did 3 different sequences to hold the drive shaft from spinning, because I didn't feel like climbing up and getting it out of neutral, putting it in park, neutral, park, neutral, park, to hold the drive shaft still. Long screwdriver, tuck it in there, don't hurt your U-joints, but that'll be enough to stop the drive shaft, so you can torque these all the way down real nice and tight. Now that that's done, next step, tighten those 2 bolts. Tighten these 2 bolts. Put our 3 10mm nuts back on, so our canister's hanging up, and we're done.